Three weather disasters are colliding right now across America, and what unfolds in the next 24 hours will determine whether millions of people face dangerous conditions or life-threatening emergencies. A winter storm is already dropping snow across the Midwest. An Arctic blast is bringing temperatures colder than Alaska, and the Pacific Northwest is drowning under relentless rain. The critical question is, are you in the path? Here's what's happening at this exact moment. Live radar shows snow falling from South Dakota to Missouri. Des Moines is getting hit. Davenport is seeing accumulation. And this is just the beginning. The most shocking numbers are at the 2-minute mark. Don't skip ahead. This snowstorm is moving fast. By 11 a.m. this morning, heavy snow bands develop across central Iowa into eastern Indiana. Indianapolis will see steady snowfall. Springfield, Champaign, and Davenport are all in the bullseye. But here's the first twist. Near Champaign and north of Springfield, we're looking at jackpot totals. 7 to 8 inches of snow in just one day. That's more than some areas see all winter. After lunch, the pattern shifts dramatically. Snow clears Iowa but explodes across Illinois, Indiana, and Ohio. A small pocket just outside St. Louis could see freezing rain. If ice accumulates, it'll be minimal, about 1/100th of an inch. But it's still a hazard. Now here's what makes today different from every other snowfall this winter. Pay close attention to this. Temperatures are brutally cold. Single digits and teens across Ohio, Indiana, Illinois. When snow falls in temperatures this cold, it's fluffy, light, and it piles up fast, much faster than wet. Heavy snow that falls when it's in the 30s. This means snowfall totals will be higher than normal. Areas that usually get 3 inches might see 6. Places expecting 5 could get 8. The cold amplifies everything. But there's a hidden danger. Once this fluffy snow hits the pavement, the extreme cold turns it icy. Roads become treacherous. Driveways become skating rinks. You need to shovel early and often today. Don't wait until tonight. By then, it might be frozen solid. By mid-afternoon, 2 to 3 p.m., snow hammers Indiana, Ohio, and West Virginia. Winter storm warnings are posted in southwestern Pennsylvania. Uniontown could see 6 to 9 inches. That's nearly a foot in some spots. West Virginia and southeastern Ohio are in the same boat. 6 to 9 inches is likely. Cleveland and Cincinnati get light to moderate snow through late afternoon. It doesn't sound like much, but it's steady, persistent, and with these temperatures, it adds up quick. The best part is coming at minute 4. Keep watching. Early evening brings a major shift. The low-pressure system moves north. Lake-effect snow fires up across Michigan and Lake Erie. But the main snow band, it's pushing toward New York City. Yes, you heard that right. New York City is getting snow tonight. Washington, D.C. too, by 10 p.m. A heavy band sets up from Maryland through Washington, D.C. into central New Jersey. This isn't a dusting. This is legitimate snowfall. Light to moderate snow spreads from western Massachusetts all the way to eastern Kentucky. Overnight, New Jersey, Maryland, Delaware, and southern New England all see continuous snow. If you're in these areas, prepare now, not later. Now, tomorrow morning, Cape Cod sees the last of it before the system exits. But lake-effect snow keeps cranking in Erie and parts of Canada through tomorrow afternoon. Now let's talk total accumulation, because these numbers are going to surprise you. Most models are underestimating this event. Computer forecasts don't always handle fluffy. Cold snow? Well, they're programmed for average conditions. But nothing about today is average. The Ohio Valley and Midwest will pick up 2 to 6 inches as a baseline. That's widespread. Nearly everyone in these regions gets at least 2 inches. Many locations see 4 to 6, but central Indiana, central Illinois, near Davenport and Fort Madison in Iowa, 5 to 8 inches is the forecast. Most people see at least 4. Some lucky spots hit 8 or 9 inches, maybe even 10 in isolated locations. Southern Ohio and the Appalachian Mountains are in for winter storm conditions. 5 to 9 inches is likely. Southwestern Pennsylvania around the mountains could see similar totals. Cincinnati and Columbus are looking at 3 to 6 inches. An isolated 7-inch report is possible. It depends on where the heaviest bands set up. The Northeast gets one of its better snow events this winter. Southern New England picks up 1 to 3 inches. That's actually significant for this area at this time of year. They haven't seen much snow yet. Pennsylvania and Maryland expect 2 to 4 inches. But eastern Maryland, northern Delaware, and western New Jersey, a few locations could hit 6 to 7 inches. That's enough to create real problems. Decent snow across the board in the Northeast. Not a blockbuster, but enough to matter. The critical information starts now at minute 6. Behind this snow, something far more dangerous is developing. An Arctic blast that forecasters are calling life-threatening. This isn't hype. This isn't exaggeration. This is a legitimate Arctic outbreak. Wind chills are forecast to drop to minus 45 degrees, not minus 20, not minus 30, minus 45 degrees. Actual air temperatures could fall to minus 30 in parts of the Midwest. We already have below-average temperatures across the Midwest and Northern Plains. But this afternoon and tonight, it gets dramatically worse. Winds pick up. Cold air pours south. Many areas will be 30 to 35 degrees below average by tonight. Tomorrow morning, Sunday morning, is when it peaks. Chicago, Minneapolis, Sioux Falls. All of these cities will wake up 40 degrees below average. Think about that number, 40 degrees colder than normal. By late Sunday and Monday, the bone-chilling air pushes into the southeast. The Ohio Valley sees the worst of it. Temperatures 35 degrees below average. Places that normally see highs in the 40s will struggle to reach 0. Monday and Tuesday, cold air settles along the East Coast. But it won't be quite as extreme because a pattern change is underway. Here comes the plot twist you weren't expecting. By Tuesday, warm air makes a big return over the Rockies and into the Great Plains. We could see really high temperatures across Nebraska and Kansas on Tuesday. Some areas might hit 70 to 75 degrees in the middle of December. After one of the coldest weekends of the year, that's a 70-degree temperature swing in some locations over just a few days. Minus 20 on Sunday, plus 70 on Tuesday. The atmosphere is going haywire. Wednesday and Thursday. Warm air continues across the Midwest and Southern Plains. This melts snow. A lot of snow already on the ground will disappear by Wednesday and Thursday. Roads will clear. Driveways will thaw. But then another Arctic shot arrives Thursday with the next storm system. The Northern Plains and Midwest could see another blast of frigid air by Thursday and Friday next week. The most dangerous information is at minute 8. Pay attention. Let's talk about the actual temperatures you'll experience. When you wake up tomorrow morning in the Midwest, temperatures will be minus 20 to minus 25 degrees in widespread areas. A few spots could hit minus 30 degrees. Minus 30, that's colder than most freezers. Colder than Antarctica on some days. By tomorrow afternoon, Minneapolis might not get above 0 degrees. All day long. Below 0 in the afternoon. Single digits across Illinois and Wisconsin. Monday morning. Extreme cold continues across the Ohio Valley. And here's what you absolutely must understand. At these temperatures, frostbite happens in 5 to 10 minutes on exposed skin. 5 to 10 minutes. That's how long it takes for your skin to freeze. If you go outside to scrape your windshield without gloves, you could get frostbite before you finish the job. By late Monday and Tuesday, the warm-up begins. Wednesday is one of the warmer days. Nebraska and Kansas see 60s and low 70s. Far western Nebraska could push toward 80 degrees in a few spots. Thursday and Friday. That warm nose extends into Illinois and Indiana. Mid-50s are possible. Great for melting snow, but then next weekend, Here comes another Arctic blast. Probably not as severe as this one, but it's still going to be cold. The wind chill is what makes this truly dangerous. Wind chill is your feel-like temperature. It factors in the wind and the actual temperature. Sunday morning, Minnesota, Wisconsin, and Iowa will experience wind chills of -30 to -35 degrees at -30. Frostbite occurs in 10 minutes. At -40, it's 5 minutes. At -50, it's 2 minutes. We're talking about dangerous, life-threatening cold. If you go outside, bundle up. Multiple layers. Cover all exposed skin. Limit your time outdoors. Check on elderly neighbors. Bring pets inside. This is not a drill. The game-changing information starts at minute 10. Now, let's look beyond this weekend. Because the weather pattern stays active all next week, Sunday and Monday, a large high-pressure system builds over the Great Plains, Midwest, and Ohio Valley. This means settled weather, clear skies, but bitterly cold, not much snow, maybe a small clipper system in the northeast, but nothing significant. Meanwhile, the Pacific Northwest faces a completely different crisis. A serious amount of rain and snow is falling across Washington and Oregon. This creates big problems for anyone near rivers. Rivers in Washington are already overloaded. We reached major flood stage in the last 48 hours, and more rain is coming. It's definitely possible we reach major flooding again next week. By Wednesday and Thursday, energy from an atmospheric river intensifies into a strong, low-pressure system. A winter storm is expected for parts of Canada and the upper Midwest by late Wednesday and early Thursday. Heavy snow is on the table. We could see significant accumulation across the northern plains and Great Lakes. And here's something unusual. With this storm, thunderstorms are possible over the Ohio Valley Thursday night. Thunderstorms in December. In Ohio, that's rare, but it's possible with the warm air surge ahead of this system. By next weekend, another chance for winter weather develops. Maybe even another winter storm for the Midwest, Great Lakes, and Northeast. Right before Christmas, the pattern remains active. It doesn't look as active as this past week, but it's still unsettled. A lot of moisture is streaming in from the Pacific. That keeps storm systems developing every few days. Here's your action plan. Listen carefully. If you're in the snow zone, stock up today. Get salt or sand for your driveway. Buy groceries in case you can't get out tomorrow. Fill up your gas tank. Charge all your devices. Have flashlights and batteries ready. Shovel your driveway and sidewalks as the snow falls. Don't wait until it's over. The longer it sits, the icier it gets in these cold temperatures. If you're in the extreme cold zone, this is serious. Dress in layers. Wear a hat, gloves, scarf, and insulated boots. Cover every inch of exposed skin. Limit time outdoors to only what's necessary. Check on elderly neighbors and anyone living alone. Make sure they have heat and supplies. Bring pets inside. Even cold weather breeds can't handle -30-degree wind chills safely. If your home loses heat, go to a warming center immediately. Hypothermia can set in quickly at these temperatures. For those in the Pacific Northwest, monitor flood warnings closely. If you live near a river, have an evacuation plan. Know your route. Have a bag packed. Don't wait until it's too late. This is a multi-threat, multi-day weather event. The snow starts today and continues through tomorrow. The extreme cold peaks Sunday and Monday. The Northwest flooding concerns continue all week, and we're watching another potential winter storm for next weekend, just days before Christmas. Speaking of Christmas, the weather pattern heading into Christmas week is still uncertain. We're tracking several systems. There could be more snow, more cold air, more active weather that affects holiday travel. The next video covers something critical, a potential major storm system that could impact travel plans right before Christmas. You need to see that forecast. Subscribe now so you get the update as soon as it's posted. This weather pattern is serious. The snow is real. The cold is dangerous. The flooding is a genuine threat. Take precautions now. Don't wait. Stay warm. Stay safe. Check on your neighbors. And we'll see you in the next forecast with everything you need to know about Christmas week weather.